Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the B segment of episode 45 of The Loud House, Lynner Takes All. We begin this segment with Lincoln in his room, but Lynn barges into his room to tell him that it's game night, and she's bragging about how she will be the winner of this game night, and she goes to tell the rest of her siblings about game night. Lincoln takes the opportunity to talk to the audience and explain that he and most of his sisters don't look forward to game night because Lynn is a sore winner. He uses the phrasing bad winner, but essentially they mean the same thing, that Lynn brags a lot, gloats about her victories, she rubs it in the face of her opponents, and yeah, it gets very frustrating. For this particular game night, they're gonna go with Go Fish. And yeah, Lynn wins the game, and yeah, she brags about it and gloats about it, and she even goes so far as to proclaim this to be her 300th victory in a row. And when Lynn leaves, the rest of the siblings are, frustrated about yet more of this bragging, and they're trying to figure out what they can do to not have to deal with the bragging so much. Lincoln thinks that maybe if they won at least, if they claimed victory in one of these games, then maybe Lynn would stop bragging so much. But they're not sure how they can defeat Lynn in any of the games that they have. But Lincoln thinks that maybe if they play a game that that's more of a specialty for one of the siblings, that will give them an advantage. So we see three examples of this. First, we see Lola compete with Lynn in a game called Pretty Pageant Queen, but Lynn ends up claiming victory in that. Next up, Lana has a game called Plumbing Pro, but once again, Lynn claims victory in that. Lincoln tries the Ace Savvy trivia game, but Lynn plays mind games on Lincoln, so she can claim victory in that. And once again, the siblings are not sure how they're going to beat Lynn. But then Lisa comes up with an idea, and she finds a game that they can play, Settlers of Catland. And she says that in order to win in this game, it actually involves teamwork or forming alliances. So Lisa says if they all work together, but they don't help Lynn, then Lynn will lose. And so they give it a try. And, well, as Lisa said, they end up having a 10-way tie while Lynn is in last place. And she does not take it very well. And the rest of the siblings think that they don't have to deal with Lynn's being a sore winner anymore, but turns out Lynn is a sore loser as well. What happens is Lynn tries to turn everything into a competition, even mundane, everyday activities, like who can drink the milk the fastest, who can go up the stairs the fastest, who can brush their teeth the fastest, who can go to sleep first, who can snore the loudest. You get the idea. So the rest of the siblings have a sibling meeting to figure out what they can do now that Lynn is overly competitive. And they end up deciding that if they have a rematch in Settlers of Catland, but they let Lynn win the game, or throw the game as they put it, or they throw the game so Lynn will win, then they're hoping that Lynn will stop being overly competitive. And we see the rematch, and we do see that the rest of the siblings are implementing their plan of letting Lynn win the game, but Lenny takes the phrase throw the game too literally, so she actually throws the game out the window. And when she says that no one else threw the game, that's where Lynn finds out that they were planning to let her win on purpose. And the rest of the siblings admit that, yeah, they were sick of Lynn being overly competitive after she lost. And she tries to justify it as she was just trying to get her edge back after losing, get her edge back after she lost. And the rest of the siblings said that they intentionally didn't help Lynn originally or formed any alliances with her when they originally played Settlers in Catland because they were sick of her bragging and gloating all the time. And Lynn finally comes to realize that she's a sore winner and a sore loser. But again, they use the phrasing bad winner and bad loser. And she wants to have another chance to prove that she isn't a sore winner or a sore loser. And the rest of the siblings are willing to give her a chance. So we see them play another game, and yeah, Lynn wins, but she tries to be reasonable about it. Like, she's about to, but then she holds herself back, and then she tries to be more reasonable and humble about it. But then she goes outside, and then she does her gloating and her victory dance, and she actually makes a reference to a victory from Brandy Chastain, they do a reference to Brandy Chastain's victory. And then the rest of the siblings see this from the window, but they decide at least she's not doing it to their faces. And that's how we end the segment. So there you go. We have ourselves another segment where Lynn is the spotlight character, or where Lynn has a prevalent focus. And, well, like several other Lynn segments, this one did not endear Lynn to many fans or viewers. I've mentioned it before, Lynn is one of the Loud sisters that seems to have the worst reputation among certain fans and certain viewers, but some might even go as far as to say that Lynn might have the worst reputation among some fans and viewers of the show. And yeah, this definitely showed some of Lynn's unflattering qualities of being a sore winner and a sore loser, how she can get overly competitive. And yeah, whether it's winning or losing, yeah, she gets very competitive. And it's not hard to understand why the rest of the siblings were frustrated about it. And I'm sure many people who've seen the segment can relate to it. I know I can. I've known my share of people in real life, whether it be relatives or friends or what have you, who, yeah, they're overly competitive. Like, they brag about their victories, rub it in people's faces, and when they lose, they, don't take it gracefully. Yeah, I could relate to the majority of the Loud siblings in this segment when it came to dealing with Lynn's antics. And yeah, that was so I could relate to that. And now for the ending, at least they did have Lynn come to realize that she's a sore winner and a sore loser, and how that can be irritating. And she tries to be more humble about it, but we do see her going outside to brag and gloat about her victory and do victory dances, and that bothered some fans and viewers. I noticed that there were some fans and viewers that did not like that ending. They thought Lynn was kind of backpedaling, while some fans and viewers kind of shared the same sentiments as the rest of the siblings, like baby steps. I actually think I heard one of the Loud siblings saying baby steps when they were muttering to themselves at the end. So I guess in some cases, though, people are wondering, like, will Lynn actually learn her lesson, or is she gonna backpedal and she'll be back to her old habits by the next segment where we see her competitive side? Although, I guess to be fair, again, Aesop amnesia, the whole idea of someone having to learn the same lesson over and over again, that is something that does happen in real life. I can attest to that. I've known some people in real life who, yeah, keep backpedaling. They keep making the same mistakes no matter how many times they've learned their lessons. So, yeah, it's kind of it's hard to say like if Lynn will actually learn her lesson or if she'll go back to her usual bragging and gloating in front of them again. So I think some fans aren't really looking forward to that if that does end up happening, while others might just roll along with it. So as far as my own thoughts about the segment, again, I don't dislike this segment. It was very relatable. I guess it's, as far as comparing the two, I might give the edge more to the A segment, but again, that's more because just because I kind of liked a lot of things about the A segment. So that's not to say anything bad about the B segment. It was just I felt the A segment had more going on for it. I guess you could put it that way. But I still don't dislike the B segment like some people do. And some do think that at least it helped Lynn out at the end of the segment, whereas some other segments where Lynn was the focus didn't do her any real favors. So some think at least this was better than other instances of Lynn in the spotlight. And yeah, I can see that as well too. Like, it did highlight one of Lynn's unflattering qualities, but I do think they managed to at least cushion it, so it wasn't frustrating. Like, I found there were certain other segments that I found much more frustrating than this one. So, again, this one wasn't a bad segment. I just, again, felt that its sibling segment had more going on for it, so I give the edge more to that segment. But this one isn't a bad segment to me by any means. And with that said, we've now discussed both segments of episode 45 on this channel. Take care, and until next time.